So as I was saying, before we had to leave the motherfucking park, you got to check your work with algebra. You have to check your work because you're doing so much shit with, the order of operations, the parentheses, the exponents, remembering, the steps, and you might get, it's tedious brain work. Nobody's accustomed to using their brains anymore. We use calculators and shit, so you might get mixed up. So just check your work to make sure that you get the right grade. And it'll come second nature pretty soon. But basically, you really don't have to check this unless you're like in the 5th grade. And so here, what we're gonna do is start out with the original equation that was given to us, and that was x plus 3 equals 12, right? And we wanted to solve for x. So instead of the x, I'm gonna scratch that out and I'm gonna plug in 9 because we said x equaled 9. Well, let's see. Is 9 plus 3 12? 10, 11, 12. There you go. So when you put the answer down, you need to show your work. In school, teachers always want to know how you arrive to the answer when you're doing math. So make sure you show your work. Try to be neat. I can't look at my shit. I'm going to do better in the future with future videos and shit. But, check your work. Make sure you're answering the question. Don't even focus on shit else. If they ask you what the fuck X is, don't start doing all this extra shit because it's a waste of time. Trying to be the teacher's pet and trying to be fucking a kiss ass or a brown nose or whatever the fuck they call it these days. All right, so thank you for watching my very first video. Don't forget, when you're doing algebra, you're solving for the variable. The variable can change. It's something that in a situation that changes. The variable is typically X, Y, Z. They be using Greek letters and shit. And it's really not A, it's fucking theta or whatever. I don't know. Alpha, one thing or the next. I think this be theta. Whatever. You're going to see all types of shit while you're doing algebra. But one thing you have to remember is the order of operations. You must remember PEMDAS, and you must do it in this order: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and go through that shit. Go through the equation. If you have motherfucking 4x plus 3 equals 12, what are you gonna do first? PEMDAS. Do you see any fucking parentheses? No. Do you see any exponents? No. Do you see a multiplication? Yes. So what are you gonna do first to get x by itself? You gotta get rid of this motherfucking 4. It's holding him back. It's like one of the motherfuckers who hanging out with you, smoking all your weed and shit. You gotta divide x up out of that equation because it's multiplied by x. So you have to divide to get rid of it. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 1 times x is 1x. But you got to do anything you do on this side of the equation, you got to do to this side. So 12 divided by 4. That's a fraction. X plus 3 equals 3. So what in the fuck is x? If x plus 3 is equal to 3 itself, x gotta be 0. You see what I'm saying? X equals 0. And you didn't even have to do all of that to come to that conclusion. But thank you guys for watching my very first video. It's Lit Learning Academy. We from the hood. We don't have no special tools. We really just got a marker, a pen, and a paper, and a lot of love and a lot of bullshit going on, and it's gonna get better. Holla. That was weak. I'm gonna edit that shit out.